we mentioned that we have two main types of, so we have two main categories of routing protocols. Like we have exterior routing protocols and interior routing protocols. But apart from that, we gave examples of both of them. But we have different types of routing protocols based on the way they behave. We have what we call distance vector routing protocol, link state protocols, and a hybrid protocol. So when we talk about distant vector routing protocol, we're talking about routing protocols or some kind of technology, which will say something like this. It will tell you that, hey, if you want to go to, let's say, for example, we have 10 network here and we have 30 network here. This guy will say that, hey, if you want to come to 30, I am having 30. So this is one hop. Now, this guy will say that, okay, I also know that if you want to go to 30, I am 2 hops away from it. So it will say that, okay, now if this guy wants to go to 30, it's 2 hops. The idea where a network is sent to a device, telling the device that, hey, this is how to get to this network and the number of jumps you have to do is what we call the distance vector. With distance vector, we're talking about direction and how many jumps we have to do to get to that network. So it's more like saying, if you want to go to maybe a particular town, you need to get 2 buses. And the exact idea is what we have in here, where you have different routers being the hops. So with distance vector protocol, you're looking at hops, meaning jumps. How many devices or how many routers do you have to jump to before you get to your destination? And so that's the essence of distance vector protocol. But we also have what we call link state protocol. With link state protocol, it's looking, so in order for them to classify what we call the best route or even how to explain how to get to a place, they don't use jumps. They use what we call the speed or the bandwidth. So the link state, how is the link performing? What's the state of the link? How costly is that link? And that is based on the bandwidth, the speed of that link. And so with link state protocols, we're looking at speed and the state of the link. Whilst in distance vector, we're looking at the number of bus stops. We don't even care how fast you get there. You're only looking at how many jumps you use to get to that destination. We also have what we call a hybrid. A hybrid protocol is where you consider both the distance vector and the link state, like somebody who was born by a white person and also a black person, like a mixed race child or something. And so that kind of idea where you have different protocols which are mixed is what we call the hybrid. So an example of a distance vector protocol is RIP. Example of a link state protocol is OSPF. Example of a hybrid protocol is EIGRP. So EIGRP looked at the best part of RIP and the best part of OSPF, and Cisco created their own protocol called EIGRP. It's called Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol. And so it is more like a combination of distance vector and link state.